Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thanks, Lax. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Uh, so, uh, so the other day you posted something on LinkedIn where in today's world, not just salespeople, but everyone wants to have results immediately, right? It's all about instantaneous world and driverless cars and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But in opposite to that, in your LinkedIn post, you said, "Hey, salespeople, wait until you create a value and then ask for a favor or a meeting," right?
Right.
So let's just dig deep into it and make a point. Like, what do you think salespeople are doing it the wrong now, and what do you think should be the right approach, and why you think so, right?
For sure, for sure. So what I've seen, and I'm guilty of it too when I first got on LinkedIn, is you think that as soon as you connect with someone, that you can just immediately pitch them in their in-mail or their inbox as if they're obligated to respond for your meeting. And what I'm started to realize and started switching things up was that no one really wants to be sold on LinkedIn. No one signed up on LinkedIn to start receiving pitches in their comments or in their in-mail or their inbox whatsoever.
Mhm.
LinkedIn is a place for you to establish connections with people, like-minded people who that once you develop some type of relationship with, you can then start having an open conversation about how maybe their product can help you or your product can help them. The trap that most reps always fall into is going immediately into a pitch before actually establishing some type of friendship or relationship there.
Awesome. And there are a couple of comments on your LinkedIn post where people said it's like, for example, Jen said, "What if the person approaches me at the right time with the right offering, right?" So just by delaying the process of asking for a favor, is that something that salespeople are losing out on opportunities just because you're trying to create a value and not trying to hit with the offer right away?
That's a great question. I think no. I think the comment there was a one-off and it was just like right time, right place, which definitely happens, but that can happen via email, phone call, cold call, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn is more of a place for the long game. Now, again, if you have a finite product that can immediately serve someone, maybe you do ask for the favor right off the bat. But 9 times out of 10, if that person doesn't know you or your product, you still come off as a salesy person. You'd much rather send that email and then follow up on LinkedIn saying, "Hey, Lax, I sent you an email about how this product could help you. Did you have a chance to review since we've been connected for a while?" That usually gets a way better response than just a direct pitch because then it's just a finger cross and hope it's right time, right place.
Yeah, yeah. And there was another comment also from Tom where he explains about the time it takes to do all that stuff and the numbers that salespeople have to hit every quarter or every month, right? So how do you mitigate this time-taking process? So what worked best for you, and what do you think is the right approach?
Yeah, so again, I think LinkedIn is the long game. I don't think there's any way for an SDR or an AE to create immediate urgency unless that prospect or company has a problem. So,
Mm-hmm.
long story short, you want to supplement LinkedIn with every single other type of outreach to accelerate that sales process. And the reason LinkedIn works is because it's very social in the sense you see my face, you see my name, and you can now connect that to the email that's in your inbox. That's where this speed, the accelerated sales cycle comes into play because it's now a much warmer connection versus just sending cold emails and they have no idea who I am. At the very least, they can say, "Oh, that's Jason Mercer from LinkedIn who liked my post. He's also in my inbox. This is a real guy. Maybe I should reach out."
Mm-hmm. So when do you think is the right time to pitch about the product or ask for a meeting? How long and what are the steps?
I would say once you have if you have one genuine conversation prior to pitching your product, I think you're okay in the sense of like, "Hey, we just provided value to each other. I liked your post, you liked mine. You gave me insight, I gave you insight. Would
Mhm.
you ever want to take a chance and look at my product?" After that first genuine conversation, you now have an open avenue. I would always say though, you want to let that prospect or that person ask and be curious about what you do versus then always saying, "Hey, would you want to take a look?"
So it's a two-way conversation is a good sign of
Exactly. And
right time.
it should not relate to the first conversation should not relate to your product or company whatsoever. It should be a two-way conversation very similar to this where we can learn from each other, we can talk about that, see how we can help each other out outside of our products, and then if our products make sense to help each other, then we can go down that route.
Awesome. That's a great insight. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jason. Thanks a lot for the tip. I mean, in today's sales world, as you or I, everyone is, it's the same experience that people send a connection request. Either you get pitched for a product inside the connection request itself, or right after you accept it.
Right.
So it's a great point, and hope salespeople learn from this and get more meetings out of LinkedIn.
Me too.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good day.
You too, Lex.